Good evening and welcome to Weekend Update. I'm your host, Eric Farmer. Today is Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. We made it through 2025 somehow, some way. And yeah, hoping everybody has a great 2026. Yeah, things are starting to happen in the world now. It's amazing. But yeah, kind of a really nice weather we're having here. Colorado Rocky Mountains. Unprecedented as far as warm temperatures go. And I'm hearing this all over the place in the northern hemisphere. All the ski areas around Europe, the United States, and other places in the northern hemisphere, they're having one of their worst ski seasons ever. Just hasn't snowed, so yeah, pretty dry and warm. Which I'm not complaining about it, man. I'm really happy that this winter has been the way it has, even though earlier, before the winter started, all the weather gurus here on YouTube were predicting that we would have a very, very cold and snowy winter. Hasn't happened yet, but we're only halfway through, almost. But yeah, technically we're past the halfway point of the solstice, so every day is getting longer for sure. But there's a thing called seasonal drag, which makes the second half of the winter always colder than the first half of the winter. So we'll see what happens. And I hope, I'm not complaining about it, but, we could definitely use some precipitation. It's been really fucking dry. But yeah, 2 days into the new year, and the United States lowers the boom on Venezuela, baiting Venezuela basically and arresting their leader, they call it. Some people call it a kidnapping. But yeah, that's the big story this week. Obviously, it's a huge story. United States playing the bully, but they're using the excuse of they're protecting us from the drugs, right? It's all about that's their cover story for the whole thing. It's just about going in there and stopping them from smuggling drugs into the United States. That's the whole story that it's been, right? And they're sticking to it. That's one thing. The powers that be are very good at sticking to their story, even though we all know the truth. At least I think we do. It has nothing like as if. When has our government ever really been concerned about protecting us from drugs, right? It's such bullshit, man. It's their excuse to wage war on the population, right? It's the war on drugs, right? It was a war on the people, really. People are still sitting in prison for life for silly drug offenses, It's just, it really makes me ill to think about. Castle Freak, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, so it'd be interesting. I guess now they went in there, arrested their leader, Maduro, whatever his name is. And now they're basically, Trump said they're going to be running Venezuela. United States just went in there just that quick. Took it over, and now they're running Venezuela after one fucking airstrike. It's insane, man. It really is. But Trump, he gets up there and it was just an amazing thing to watch. He says how our wonderful men and women of our military went in there and they just did their job. No, we didn't lose one casualty. We didn't lose one piece of equipment. And we went in there and we arrested him. Jason, welcome. So yeah, it's always hilarious how Trump, when they pull some shit like that, the president goes up there and talks about what a wonderful thing they did, how amazing the United States military is, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's sad situation, man. I don't like it at all. So yeah, that now the United States will be occupying Venezuela, I guess. U.S. wants to steal their oil, drugs, and redistribute on the streets of America and destroy. Exactly. But their cover story is we're doing it to protect Americans from the drug cartels. Fucking bullshit, man. What about the drug cartels in this country, known as Big Pharma? Well, they're the legal drug dealers. If you want to deal drugs in America, you got to go through us. No, it's a bullshit story. But they've been bombing boats out in the ocean for months now, I guess. Yeah, who knows how long? But yeah, they've been attacking boats, claiming that they're all a bunch of drug smugglers. And I think that was, to set up the cover story that they just went in there and attacked him because he's the number one drug smuggler into the United States, right? Fucking BS, man. What do you know if the American government is saying it? It's a bunch of fucking lies. That's all you can say. But the whole American media goes right along. They never question the story at all. You never hear them ever. Oh yeah, they actually will defend the government and say, like, some people are saying that they're going into there to get the oil, but the truth is that the oil industry in Venezuela it's really bad right now, and it would take a lot of investment and to really get their oil economy going again, and blah 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 blah. It's only a number. I'd like to think that it will be a positive year. Yeah, me too, man. That's why people say Happy New Year, right? They want us to, they want to see people have a better year than they had last year. Amazingly, 2025 was a better year for me than 2024 or 2023, but not by much. But yeah, I think they chose to attack him on, the first day after New Year's. I think it's to send a message. 2026 is going to be a fucked up. They're going to ramp up. A lot of people are talking about they're going to really ramp up World War III in 2026, and they're starting early by this strike on Venezuela, and they're going to use all of Venezuela's resources to wage war further against Iran. That's what a lot of people are talking about. That probably sounds about right. Interesting. So they go out. The first country that they invade has a lot of resources that they could use to further the war into the next few years, right? So yeah, looks like could be a huge war coming up. I hope not, man. I really do. I really hope not. But a lot of people are talking about that, right now. World War III is going to fucking become huge in 2026. It's already going on. I mean, it's been going on since World War II ended. There's just always fucking war going on planet Earth, and it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I'd like to see everybody have a great year, Be positive, try to make the best of it, and hope for the best. Be positive. What else can you do, right? It's easy to dwell in all the negative shit, for sure. So much negativity going on. Yeah, maybe World War III will pull the economy out of the toilet. Yeah, right. I always say that. The only thing that saved the United States from the Great Depression was World War II. And it's just not true, man. I've done some research on it, and that's a bullshit story. But everybody believes it. That without warfare, the economy goes to shit. We need war because it bursts. We're a warlike nation. We like war. But yeah, people are saying, Trump was not. He said he was the anti-war president. Now look at this. And reading comments and people saying this is not a war. Yeah, this little skirmish with Venezuela is not a war, but it's part of a bigger war. I'll tell you that. It's part of a world war that's been going on forever. And so, yeah, they're going to go into Venezuela, steal their resources, and use it to wage. And the next thing they're going to attack is Iran. Look what people are saying. That's it. The problem is American people aren't in control of America. That would be the tiny, and that's who's going to be waging this war with fucking Iran. We're fighting Israel's war. But it's the war of the elites. The powers that be, whatever you want to call it, the New World Order. That's it. Yeah. Our New World Order. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I hope I'm wrong, man. Yeah, all this on the media is all the people of Venezuela are celebrating. They got rid of that evil fucker. I don't know how. I know it's been pretty bad in Venezuela, and I've heard a lot of bad things. People are starving, and there's poverty is just ridiculous. And they got all these resources, but there's just a few people that are stealing all the wealth. And that's what happens in most of the countries of the world. There's a few fuckers on the top that fucking are greedy and steal, and control and power, and they hoard all the wealth and let all the people go hungry. What about Agenda 30? What's on the agenda? Not good, man. Yeah, I think in Agenda 30, not looking like a good time in these next few years. That's going to be. They're going to use their climate agenda. They're going to use a lot of things to really lower the boom on the fucking poor people of the world. They're going to force people into really bad situation. I think that's what Agenda 30 is all about. You will have nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, you can see it going on right now, big time, and the economic warfare is just unbelievable. The price of things these days, and it just keeps spiraling upward, right? With increasing prices everywhere. It's a vicious cycle. Everybody's has to pay more for things, so they got to charge more. And then, if you can't get more money, you're just priced out of life. Ain't nobody getting no raises. But the price of living just keeps going up. Oh, yeah, there's your Agenda 2030. The writing's on the wall, man. At this pace, by 2030, we're all going to be fucking dead of starvation. It's just a whole shitstorm, man. It's just a complete war on the population of the earth, right? They're waging war on us every way possible, without openly waging war on us. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. They're using their sneaky ass silent weapons for quiet wars everywhere. Economic warfare. They're using, weather warfare. They're using electromagnetic frequencies that you can't see or tell. So people don't see it. That's how most people are, man. If they can't see the danger, they don't fucking believe it. You could tell them, man, this is fucking you up. Even the lights that you use now are fucking you up. Everything, the food you eat, it's all fucking being part of a war against humanity. It's everywhere. Everywhere you look is part of their war on the people. And it's just a horrible thing to witness, man. And most of the people just go right along with it. That's the big problem. Most people can't see it and they don't fucking care. AI, robots, technology, pseudoscience, weaponization of everything. Yeah. Everything's weaponized now, man. Everything. Even the entertainment industry. It's there to brainwash people and fucking turn them into stupid fucking automatons. And that's what they become. Most of the people of the United States are fucking so stupid. It's unbelievable. I know I'm one of them. But, they said back in the 70s or 60s or something, one of these big time, freaking people from the Department of Defense or whatever you want, or the war industrial complex, he said, well, the day when everything the American people believes is false, then we'll know that we've done our job. So that's how long they've been pushing propaganda on the American people, ever since ever. I mean, yeah, they've been propagandizing the United States. And then Barack Obama passed a law that said it's okay. It's legal to propagandize the American people so that they can legally do it now, they made a law. Obama did. Yeah. Obama, he's just a puppet. Whatever happens under a president, they blame it all on him. But he's just a fucker in front of, playing a role in the show. Like Trump, like all of them. They're all just actors in this fucking shit show. They do what their real bosses tell them, and most American people are so stupid they don't understand that. They really think that Trump is in charge of things. Trump is such a fucking puppet. It's unbelievable. He's a sock puppet. The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012. That was what I'm talking about, where they made it legal to propagandize the people. Yeah. That sounds about right. It was under Barack Obama, And so now they can tell the people whatever they want, and it's perfectly fine because Congress signed off on it and the president signed it. So yeah, and then they've been doing it way before that, but they will never admit it. Though. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. The way Trump gets up there and talks about how great our U.S. military is and what a great job they did. And then, we didn't have any casualties. Not even one machine was hurt. It was an amazing thing to watch. You guys didn't get to see it, but I got to see it, and it was amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. They can go in there and take out a poor ass country that has no military whatsoever. And he's sitting there bragging about it. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, man. You fucking bragging about that? Jesus Christ. What are they going to shoot at you with? It's like they said the Iraqi, there was a joke during the Iraq war. What was the Iraq Navy is like a fucking wind sailors with with machine guns, windsurfers with machine guns. That was the Iraqi Navy. That was a joke that they made. And all the people laughed at it because, yeah, we were so proud of our great American military. Yes, sir. That's what's going on, man. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting year, 2026. See, I think it might happen pretty fast by the spring. I think there'll be another war with Iran, and then who knows what else? I don't know if the United States will be direct, but the United States will be involved. They always are, and they're giving. And Israel is going to start making all their own weapons. I'm saying that is, they're spending like hundreds of billions of dollars that was given to them by the United States, like $200 billion this year or something, and they're going to make their own weapons. Sandy H was the first psychological. Yeah. You're not allowed to question that. Yeah, that's one thing that they did, man. They limited our freedom of speech. That you can't talk about certain things, especially on online platforms like YouTube and shit. You cannot talk about these things, or you get your channel shut down, or you get sued like Alex Jones supposedly got sued. The bullshit story there. Alex Jones got sued for $1 billion. $1 billion for talking about that. It's all bullshit. How the hell did he survive $1 billion lawsuit? He just shook it off like it was nothing. Look at Alex Jones today. You would never know that he had to pay them fuckers $1 billion. He's probably still appealing it, technically. I don't know. Since then, I've lost track of the hoaxes, psyops, etc. It's become a new norm. Yeah. Everything is, you can't believe a word that's said. And you can't believe anything you see because, they're spending all this fucking money on AI and all this resources and water and electricity. So everybody has to pay more for water and electricity so they can fucking make fake fucking videos. It's insane. Yeah, absolute BS, kangaroo. Yep, that's the world we're living in, folks. What are we going to do about it? Well, there ain't much you can do about it. My rhyme, score dimes, ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, so I don't know. So it'll be an interesting year. See. Yeah, I think there's a big reason why they chose to pull it off on January 2nd, right? They didn't want to do it on New Year's Day. They'll wait one day after New Year's and do it, because they didn't want to fuck up the holiday, start a war on the holiday. But no, it's not really a war. It's just an invasion. It's more of an invasion. The United States we're gonna run Afghanistan. No, not Afghanistan. Venezuela. We're gonna run it until we find a new leader. Basically, so they put their own puppet leader who's going to give all the resources to Israel and the U.S. and take control of all their oil and shit on behalf of Israel, basically. And that's what it's all about, really. That's my take on it, though. But yeah, what else is going on? Fucking Happy New Year. Yeah, you just can't believe nothing, man, between that. What did you call it? The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012. Oh, yeah, so Ever since then, you can't believe a fucking thing you see on the news. And now with all this AI, you can't believe a thing you see on the fucking internet. It's crazy, and the artificial intelligence, or AI, it's such a bad word. Artificial. It's not intelligence at all, man. It's just artificial garbage. Most of the videos they put out. There's so many. It's kind of ruined YouTube big time. You could click on a video and it looks real, but then you look at the comments and everybody's talking about how it's fucking fake AI. You're like, oh yeah, now I understand. I'm so gullible. I thought that shit was real, man. I'm fucking stupid. And I had a feeling, I think there's a part of my mind that said, "Now this is fucking fake. This can't be real." And then you sure know, you look at the comments and everybody's like, "Fucking AI." Some people are saying they shouldn't even call it artificial intelligence, just artificial. There's so many videos out there now. It's unbelievable. You see, of all the internet activity today, they're saying like the majority of it is AI, with what they call AI, right? It's artificially created. A lot of the comments you read on YouTube are all artificial. It's unbelievable, man. So yeah, and then you can sit there and argue with a bot. And they'll argue with you. Bots will argue with you just to waste your fucking time. I believe AI is demonic. Like I said, I hate the term AI, but that's what people know it as, right? It'll always be known as AI, but it's really artificial garbage. It's just not intelligent whatsoever. I'm starting to learn about it a little more. And there's no fucking intelligence there. It just takes, what it does is it just scans through data. That's how it works. That's why they have to store so much fucking data in these data centers. And it just takes unbelievable amount of computer chips and computers and fucking to store all this data. And then they create these programs that can scan through all that data like real fast and then come out with a result. You ask it for whatever you ask it for, and then it takes that and goes into all that data and puts together what it think is the best answer. Basically, it's fake intelligence. It's coming out more and more. People are talking about it, and the people that really know what's going on is that they're saying, it's not intelligence. But the average idiot on the street thinks it's very intelligent. The average idiot on the street, like me, they really think it's smart. So I've researched it quite a bit, AI and shit. And like all the people that really know about it, they say, yeah, it's pretty much hit its limits of what it can do almost. We'll see. I think it's going to continue to improve the quality of the videos that it puts out to where, it's to the point now where I can hardly tell myself sometimes. One of the ways I can tell it's AI is because it's so ridiculous. They put out these videos that are just so fucking ridiculous. I'm just like, no way, that fucking can't be real. And why do they do that? And why do they waste all this resource and energy to make stupid fucking videos, man? It's really insane and disturbing to think about. Why did they go through all this trouble to make fake fucking shit and to try to make people believe it's real? I don't know. It's really bizarro, man. There's got to be some really insidious agenda behind it, because they're putting so much, resources into it. They're all in on AI, whatever we call AI, with this computerized data world that's just growing and growing and growing every fucking day. I they're building like right now they're building like another 4,000 like in data centers in the United States or something like that. It's bizarre. I don't know. There's got to be some reason behind it all that is pretty obvious, but yeah, they say it's kind of like the space race, the nuclear arms race. That's how they justify it, right? Whoever develops actual artificial intelligence first will win the race and like win the next war, basically, because they have actually a godlike entity that is a true artificial intelligence that is truly intelligent and conscious, sentient, you know. That's what they're striving for, but they're saying it's not possible for machines to really be like a human, you know. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't think so, man. These fucking assholes, they underestimate the human race, the capabilities of real humans. We've only scratched the surface, I think, of what humans are capable of. Happy New Year! Thank you. Happy New World Order. Are we having fun yet? Fuck yeah, we're having a good time, man. We got stuff to talk about finally, you know? Shit's been quiet for so long. Nothing's been happening. Now all of a sudden, bam, the shit hits the fan. Yeah, it's like it's obvious that what's going on, and it's just everywhere right now. The weather, the helicopters are parading Maduro around the Statue of Liberty. Yeah. I've seen they showed a photograph of him, right? I'm sure you guys have seen that, where they got him like blindfolded with like headphones on his head. Supposedly he's like on an aircraft carrier or something. And they're getting ready to fly him into the United States. And a bunch of BS, man. The whole thing is fucking bullshit, staged, just like everything else. Have you heard of Ray Kurzweil? He's a tiny hat futurist, has a major proponent for the transhumanist agenda. I think I've heard the name Ray Kurzweil, yes. I'm not too familiar with his work. Yeah, interesting, yeah. A lot of people are into the transhumanist agenda, whatever the fuck that is. What is that? Like when humans become robots and fucking there is no gender anymore. Transhuman, or just everybody's an automaton, like in asexual, or what do they call it? Binary, asexual, binary. Fucking. He wrote a book called The Singular. Oh yeah. I've heard of that. The singularity. Yeah, that's where the machine becomes conscious, right? That's what they're striving for, is an actual conscious machine that will be like a god. I think they're finding out that it's not possible. They're finding out that they can't do it, so they'll just fake it, right? We'll just fake it till we make it. That's what they always do. If they can't really do something, they just lie about it. Like going to the moon or creating nuclear bombs. Well, we can't really do it, but we'll just lie to the people and make them believe that we did. Most of the stupid fucking people in the world will just believe it. I know nothing. Can't even spell Kurzweil or Venezuela. Yeah, I know some Venezuelans, man. They're really cool people, man. I like Venezuelans. You know, it's not a war on the Venezuelan people, but it is. But it's to steal all the resources of Venezuela, right? But we're gonna put a cover. They're gonna lie about it and say, because they have to lie about everything. They can't tell the fucking truth. Their life depended upon it. So they're gonna lie about it and say they're doing it to protect the American people from the fucking drug cartels. You know? God damn, they fucking people think we're so stupid. Well, they know we're so stupid. We can just tell them whatever we want and they'll fucking believe it. And they'll praise us and they'll thank us and they'll celebrate in the streets. That's what they're talking about, man. People in Venezuela are celebrating in the streets. People in the United States are celebrating in the streets. Ken in the house. Oh, yeah. G'day, Ken. How you going? How are things down under in the hot summertime? You guys cooking down there? We're having the most mild winter ever up here, man. Having a nice, you could walk around in shorts. It's so nice out there in January. But I still got my fire going, man. I don't like paying gas bills. I mean, it's warm, but it's not quite that warm. I keep a fire going just to fucking keep my furnace from running. It serves two purposes. Lowers my gas bill and make my furnace last longer, hopefully. You know, replacing a furnace is fucking expensive, man. I know. And, you know, busy here with little granddaughters. Oh, yeah. Nice. Kiva's getting into everything. Playing with your bow and arrow set. Oh, shit. Okay. That could be dangerous. Is she out there shooting kangaroos? Take her kangaroo hunting. Do you guys go kangaroo hunting in Australia? Is that a thing? I'm sure it is. Have kangaroo season. But yeah, I heard there's more kangaroos in Australia than there are people. So they're not endangered species, I don't think. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think the next shoot a drop. Kangaroo hunting's open all season, all year round for hunting. Yeah. All that kangaroos you can kill. There's no limit. The kangaroos hunt us around. Yeah. I've seen some videos, man, of kangaroos attacking people, dogs. But you punch them in the face and it usually stops them, from what I've seen. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be a badass Australian, man. What the fuck, mate? Bam! Fucking knock a kangaroo the fuck out. There's a lot of videos of people punching kangaroos, man. The kangaroo's like, bam! What'd you do that for, mate? Why'd you punch me in the face? Because you was trying to drown my dog. Yeah, they like to fuck with dogs, too, I've seen. Well, they'll usually get a dog like in a headlock, fucking try to drown it in water. I need a video like that. This kangaroo was drowning this guy's dog. And the dude came up and fucking punched the kangaroo right in the fucking mouth. And the kangaroo let his dog go, man. Kangaroos here every day lately. The males are getting real big now. 6 feet. Damn. That's taller than me. Fuck. Yeah. And they can be aggressive, man. There was one video where a guy landed on, he landed in a parachute, and all of a sudden these kangaroos started attacking him. He had to fight them off. They fucking they really rule Australia, sounds like. What are they? They're just fucking vegetarians, right? Like omnivore, like herbivores. Yeah, that's the word, not vegetarian. They're interesting. I've always been fascinated by the wildlife of Australia since I was a kid. They don't have mammals; they just have marsupials. Whatever mammals they have are pretty much been introduced by man, and they fucking wreak havoc on the ecosystem, like rabbits and shit, because they have no predators to kill them off. So, like, yeah, I've heard that about Australia. Like, they get really bad overpopulations of rabbits and shit, and rats and fucking all the other animals that are brought there by humans in a place where they don't belong, and the ecosystem doesn't fucking have a way of, dealing with them. Yeah. That's one continent I would like to visit. I probably never will, but yeah, it would be. But on the other hand, seems like a very dangerous place. You got crocodiles and fucking great white sharks. Well, we got those here in California. But, what else? Yeah, funnel web spiders, and man, some of the deadliest snakes on the planet. Indiana Jones would have been okay. Him and Crocodile Dundee. That would be a good fight, man. Indiana Jones versus Crocodile Dundee. I think Crocodile Dundee would whoop his ass, though, man. And he wouldn't even have to use his knife. The other thing I like about Australians, man, they all got a great sense of humor. I've worked with some Australians and shit. They're very funny people and down to earth. Down to bloody earth, mate. And man, they're fun to party with. They will fucking drink with you all night long and have a hangover the next morning. Yep. 2026 should be an interesting year, to say the least. I hope everybody has a fucking great 2026, man. I really do. Hope that somehow, some way, the world turns around. But sadly, the writing is on the wall. I think by spring, there's gonna be a war, man, a big war. I hope I'm wrong about that. But there already is a big war. It's just gonna escalate and involve more countries. You know, I can't believe that the fucking Ukraine war is still going on. Believe it, I don't know. I don't know how. That's what they tell me. That war in Ukraine, that was like one of the big battles that started to escalate World War III. Now, how long has that been going on? 4 years now. Don't think it's ever going to end. You know, how big of a war is it really? I mean, could there be any people left to fight for Ukraine? Where do they keep coming up? Who the fuck knows? Anyways, fuck yeah. Ooh, the wind's starting to kick up outside. That's all the feature that we've had here this winter is wind. We haven't had one big snowstorm. I think the biggest snowstorm we had was like 4 inches. And then right after that, the wind just came and destroyed it. It evaporated it. That's what wind does to a snowpack, man. It just destroys it. It doesn't even melt it. It just turns it into vapor, vaporizes it, and blows it away. Doesn't even melt into the ground. We lose a lot of snow like that. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Indiana Jones has always been okay, man. They should do like a new Indiana Jones movie, man. All AI. They wouldn't have to hire a new actor, man. They can make Indiana Jones now all on digital computer. Anybody. You know, I could be AI right now for all you know. But yeah, I wish they wouldn't have made that term AI because it's not what it really is. You know, but that's what it's known as, you know, so that's what everybody calls it. It's just really the proper word to describe it would be digital fucking. It's more of a digital mocking of reality. I don't know what would be a better term than artificial intelligence. It's not. It is artificial, you know, a decent term, but intelligence doesn't work. What was that one person said? Artificial. Fake intelligence, Jason said, yeah. But that's kind of what artificial means, fake or man-made. I think that's the definition of artificial is something man-made. Like artificial, like the root of the word is art, right? Which is a man-made creation, you know, to look beautiful. I don't know what the purpose of art is, but it's a big part of our culture. Everybody loves art. Happy birthday, Lee. Again, Lee. Was it Lee's birthday? Fuck yeah. Happy birthday. But yeah, I think in the future, going forward from now, it's going to be impossible to tell the difference. The one thing about AI, I think right now, is they can only make like 5-second clips, or they can't make a whole long video. They can only make short clips, and they can stitch those short clips together. I think maybe that's one of the things that'll improve in AI, is that they'll be able to make longer clips. I mean, what else is the point? And the other point is, it's not just made for videos and music and shit. But also like ChatGPT, you're talking to a machine. Why do they want to push that technology? And also, it can solve a lot of problems. That's true. These programs and machines, they can be used. They can do a lot of good, but they do more bad than they do good, I think. There's a lot of positive uses for all this technology, but I think it's always being used for bad instead of good. Yeah, I'm sure they use it for a lot of good, but these people that are creating this, they don't care about good. They only care about bad. Evil fucking people. They control all this shit. They're not benevolent people, man. They're fucking malevolent. I just learned those words, by the way. Man. I should cut back. I guess, I quit smoking cigarettes a long, long time ago. But they say that it'll still fuck your lungs up for life. Thanks. No, thank you. Funny sitting here, Kookaburras competing with the Thunder, whose loudest wins. Kookaburras. What is that, a bird? Saw a bit of a guy walking in on his PC, talking to Alexa type device, having full-on conversation between each other, and then change the topic when they realize it's there. Walking in on his PC, talking to him, having full-on conversation. Change topic when they realize. Interesting. What is it? His PC, like his personal computer? Or what is it? Kookaburras sit on the old gum trees. Kookaburras have been here every day too. Having great old laughs with each other. Yeah, it sounds like an interesting bird. You laugh. See, where I live, we have crows and ravens, which are very intelligent birds. And yeah, we have quite a few interesting birds. Yeah. Nothing like you guys are Australian birds. One thing about Australian wildlife, it's very, very different and like fascinating, I think, to most American people, because we're used to like the mammals of North America, dogs and cats and deer and like yeah. So like marsupials are just like strange thing to us. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch wildlife documentaries. But it was like David Attenborough. He did a lot of, because we didn't have cable TV, so I had to watch like public television. And like David Attenborough had a show on it. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Wild Earth or whatever it was called. He would, and that's how I learned a lot about the Australian wildlife. How everything is a fucking marsupial. There's no mammals at all. Like all there, it looks like a mammal, but it's a fucking marsupial. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I learned the difference between what a marsupial was, or that they don't give live birth like a mammal. That like the embryo crawls out of them and into the pouch. And they finish developing in there. Yeah. So it's an interesting way of reproducing, besides it's quite a bit different than mammal. It's almost like halfway between a mammal and like a reptile. I think we're heading rain again and thunder like yesterday. It's nice and warm. Yeah. You guys are having like some tropical summer weather. Thunderstorms. We're having the most mild winter ever where I'm at. But windy. We've had some nasty windstorm. Damn. Can't quit fucking coughing. That's not good. Tropical thunder. Yeah, some summers we get wicked thunderstorms here. Just the thunderstorms we get here are just fucking insane, frightening. Yeah, I'm from California, and we didn't have thunderstorms like that. Very rarely would we get thunderstorms in Southern California. Very rare. Here, man, like in the summertime, it can be intense. Especially with all this dang climate change going on and stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and post the link here. Okay. Go, man. It's the fucking first live stream of the year. Fuck it. We got time. Got a whole year to fucking kill. Yeah. Let's see how fast 2026 goes by, right? 2025 was like, just seems like New Year's was yesterday from 2025. Remember what was going on in January of 2025? Of course, the biggest story of January of 2025 obviously was the Los Angeles fires, right? It's already been a year now since that happened. It was horrible, man. That was the worst firestorm in the history of the United States. Yeah. It was a $1 kajillion fucking disaster. 150 kajillion dollar disaster. No. But that's the way it is, man. In this modern day, man. Climate change, just it's all our fault for being born, folks. There's too many of us. You need to kill yourself to save the planet. The old Bloodhound Gang song. Get your head up high and blow your brains out. If you're feeling down and out with what your life is all about, lift your head up high and blow your brains out. Lift your head up high and blow your brains out. I thought it was a funny song back in the 90s. Now I get it. You know, when I hear people say that, God, you know what the problem with the world is today? There's just too many fucking people. I say, yeah. You want to fucking cut down on the population? Fucking unalive yourself. You know? It's ridiculous. You're going to sit there and complain about the population and just kill yourself then. Fuck it. You can't say that on YouTube. It's ridiculous. No, it's in jest. I'm joking. I'm not advocating for anybody to go unalive themselves. But I don't want to hear you complaining about there's too many people on the planet. That pisses me off, man. When I hear someone say that, I just want to fucking turn around and go off on them. Tell them, yeah, you think there's too many people? Then go kill yourself. If not, then shut the fuck up. They'll look at you like, And I've also heard that I've been a big believer in the idea that there's the numbers of people they tell us are a lie. There's not as many people on the planet. There's probably like 3 billion, not almost 8 million. Billion, I should say. They claim that we're going on 8 billion people on the planet, and it's not true. There's only like 3 billion in reality. They're a bunch of fucking liars. But yeah, if you like really look at the numbers and do the math, they're fucking lying about the population. There's not that many people in the world. Like there's like 3 billion, I believe. That's my belief. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there really is almost 8 billion. But I believe there's only about 3 billion. But you know me, I'm a big time tinfoil hat guy. I love to believe that there in all these conspiracy theories. There's another word that people use. It's just fucking wrong, man. Conspiracy theory. It's a dumb term, man. It's a stupid term. You know, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's an actual conspiracy. You see, if people take an actual conspiracy and call it a conspiracy theory. I heard that the other day, only 3 billion. Yeah. I've heard that from a lot of different people that have crunched the numbers and did the research on it and say, yeah, no, there ain't fucking, there's only like 3 billion. But I could be wrong. It could be, there could be more than 8 billion for all I know, but I don't fucking think so. But they lie to us about everything. Somehow it benefits the powers that be to make people believe there's more people on the planet than there actually is. You know, yeah, that's what it, you know. It's all, everything is deception, man. It's so fucking insane how deceptive these fucking turds are. They can't tell the truth about any fucking thing. So if you learned it in school, or you heard it on the news, or you fucking seen it on the internet, it's all a fucking lie. Like they say that they attacked Venezuela to protect the American people from the drug cartel. What the fuck? They have no interest in protecting the American people from anything. But they're going to claim to till the bitter end. Everything they do is to protect the American people. That's their only interest is our safety, the American people. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, a lot of people believe that shit, man. Whatever they tell them, because they saw it on TV, so it's got to be true. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm insane, man. Venezuela hasn't done shit to America. I know. But they claim that they're the biggest problem sending drugs into our country. Get the fuck out of here. You motherfuckers are the ones bringing the drugs into our country. It's like the old analogy of taking a kid hand and telling him, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Yeah. I remember my uncle used to do that to me when I was a kid, man. It's ridiculous. It's all a shit show, man. It's all what a fucking story out here. They've been attacking drug boats in the ocean for days and months. They got all kinds of videos of them fucking blasting boats out of the water. And they were all saying that, oh, those are drug boats. Our next president-elect will probably pardon Maduro. Yeah. He's definitely, and it's all part of the show, man. You know, obviously. But they had to go in there and drop some bombs and make a big bunch of noise. Get it all recorded on video to show on the media. Yeah, we went in there. It was the most beautiful thing that our military has ever done. It was a flawlessly executed military operation. And yeah, we didn't lose one. None of our men were killed, and we didn't lose one piece of equipment. It just makes me sick how Trump likes to sit there and brag about how great the U.S. military is, you know. We invade Greenland next. Yeah, that's a good one. Glenn from Boston, welcome. Yeah, we're going to invade. Okay, here's the plan. We start out by hitting Venezuela, okay? Now hear me out. The next thing we do is we go into Greenland, okay? Okay. Now listen. Now. And then we do the old end around play. Come up. It's kind of like playing Risk, man. That's one of my favorite games. Or Axis and Allies. I used to love those games. They're basically world domination board games, man. I love those when I was a kid. The whole neighborhood would get together and play Risk, man. It was a blast. We'll get serious, man. Like serious, or Axis and Allies. That was even more serious. A1 steak sauce. Oh yeah, I love that shit. Where is Joe Dirt? That's a good question. He hasn't made a show this evening. You know, maybe he's still hungover from the New Year's celebration. Anybody here go out and party and have a good time on New Year's? A1 steak sauce, baby. Man, I love that. No show Joe. You know, Joe, he's he's got things to do, man. He's got shit going on. Not here. You plowed snow? Yeah. We haven't had snow for what the fuck? Driest winter ever. But it's pretty a lot of snow over there in Boston. Where nobody wants snow. You know, people only want snow in the fucking mountains where they can go skiing, right? They don't want snow in the fucking city. It's no fun in the city. In the mountains where the ski areas are, they fucking love it. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to love it because I grew up in California, so it never snowed, man. Where I grew up, it never snowed. So if we wanted to see snow, we had to drive up in the mountains. It snowed in the mountains all around where I live, but where I live, it never snowed. So that's why I used to love coming to Colorado and when I was a kid and see the snow and shit. And decided to fucking move the fuck out of LA. Where else would I move but to Colorado? Well, yeah, it's been really crazy. We had a little bit of snow yesterday, you know, but it was like almost like rain more than snow, but it was like just reminded me of the mountains in California. Break out my snowboard. Yeah. I haven't snowboarded in almost 2 years now. Dude, I got like 3 or 4 regular snowboards. And then I got like 2 different kinds of snow skates. I like snow skating better than snowboarding. That's my new. But if we haven't had enough snow, I ain't going to Eldora, man. But I have gone to Eldora and just hiked up the mountain and ride my snow skate. I saw on Oprah, Africa gets $1 billion in Saudi. Gets $1 billion, India gets $1 billion, Egypt gets $1 billion, China. Everybody gets $1 billion. Except Australia don't get $1 billion. Joe Dirt is playing with his chickens. Yep. Yeah, he loves his chickens, man. Hopefully he's not choking his chickens, but yeah, I think he's doing all right. Hopefully he's doing fine. You know, he could be, you know, having medical issues. You know, I hope not. But he has in the past. We pray that he's not. That's not the case. He might be choking one. Or cooking. Okay. I don't know why it's looked like you said choking. Teaching the chickens to drink beer. You ever see that Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's like, all right, Private Bugs Bunny, I want you to get these chickens cleaned and dressed for dinner. And then like the sergeant comes back and he has them all dressed up in tuxedos. Okay, they're dressed for dinner. What are they be having? Oh, that was a pretty funny Bugs Bunny cartoon. None of you have probably ever seen it, but many of you would probably have. I know that most of my viewers are like old enough to remember that cartoon. you don't cough, you don't get out. That's the old hippie saying. I heard like the modern young pot smokers, they laugh at us old timers because they're like, how come you guys hold your weed in? I don't hold my weed anymore, but back in the day, you would take a hit and like hold it in as long as you could and then blow it out, I don't do that no more, but yeah, I guess the new age of pot smokers, they don't do that. They don't hold their head in. It's bad for your lungs. I got it. I coughed it up. I got to spit it out. Yeah. I think the weed back in the day was much better than it is now. Like in the 90s and shit, before dispensaries took over, we had better weed. Now they kind of just bred weed to shit. Yeah, so man, I don't even know why I bother to smoke it anymore. As I get a little bit of beneficial effects. Maybe I should just grow my own. That takes a lot of effort, man. It's easier to buy it now for me, man. It's just cheap, man. New weed smells like skunk. Not all of it, not very little, man. I like the old skunk bud from back in the day. That was like my favorite, but it would make me so paranoid. Yeah, those were the good old days, man. I would smoke weed and get all paranoid. I don't get paranoid anymore, man. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck anymore. Happy New Year's. I remember when I was younger, though, man, I used to get so paranoid when I smoked weed. Fuck. God damn. Is my heart beating? No, I'm like, yes, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. If my heart quits beating, fuck it. I don't care. I've been through so much shit in life, right? To be my I got work. Sometimes I usually manage stay to survive. Not much. Times are tough. But I do what I can to survive. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, you want to hire me? I might be interested if you want to offer me a job. I'm pretty good at a lot of shit, man. Pretty good with my hands. How about the ski? My days of working in the ski area are done. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, man, working at the ski area. A lot of great memories, man. Got to snowboard so much sick fucking powder in my life. I'm very blessed, man, to have those experiences of 10 years working at Eldora. You wouldn't believe some of the fucking snow I got to ride. It was just the experience was amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I didn't make much. I didn't make no money, and it took away from my other career as a carpenter. But man, it was worth it, man. I wouldn't change it. All that experience that I had working at Eldora for 10 seasons was just priceless. I learned a lot of shit. I got to meet a lot of really amazing people. So yeah, it was like, but yeah, it's over now, man. Eldora is not what it used to be. The ski industry is not what they don't want to hire someone like me. For some reason, I'm on their fucking. That's why the last couple times I applied for a job there, they didn't even call me back. So yeah, they won't fucking hire me. Ever since 2020, you know, we all know what happened in 2020, and I made it known that I didn't fucking do this. I wasn't about to do that. So ever since then, they wouldn't hire me back. Fuck them. Hope they all fucking go to heck. Oh. Happy New Year. Dude, I saw Santa Claus in Netherlands yesterday, man. On New Year's Day. Or the day before, man, he was sitting there. He looked all fucked up, man. Santa Claus was just like, he almost looked like a homeless dude, man. He was just sitting there with this seriously fucked up, stressed look on his face. I was like, fuck. I just fucking drove by him and fucking flipped him off. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, it was just he almost looked like a halfway homeless dude, man. And he had a long white beard, and he had a Santa hat on, and he was like sitting like next to the gas station, just looking all serious, man. Like, damn, that's not a happy looking Santa right there. Welcome to Netherlands, Colorado, motherfucker. Yeah. So yeah, that's about the ski area now. So I just, I find things to keep me to survive, man. Somehow, when things get bad, I just say, you know what? I put it in the hands of God, man. Mm-hmm. Somehow I find a way. It's like, it's all in the hand of God, man. If I fucking live or die, usually something happens, man. I find a way to survive. Like a lot of people, they were just barely fucking surviving through life right now. It is what it is, right? What can you do? Welcome to 2026, motherfucker. Live or let die. But yeah, dude, I'd love to work at the ski area again. But not this year. It's a shit fucking year for them anyways. The third worst snow year in history here in Colorado. Unbelievable. Probably not much fun up at the ski area. Yeehaw! 2026, bitches. Fuck yeah, cheers. This is my New Year's celebration live stream. I honestly hope the best for every one of you people that watch this video or watch with me right now in the future. May you have the greatest 2026. Man, there's the moon is up. We got a practical full moon out there tonight, man. Beautiful. That's why I feel like a lunatic. It's the full moon. Everybody's a lunatic. I know it was a big old full moon this morning. Yeah, it's interesting. We get the full moon right as New Year. It's the New Year's full moon. Fuck yeah. Usually this time of year we have a bunch of snow out there, man. And the full moon reflects off the snow. And it looks like daytime outside. Not this year. The wind destroyed all the snow. Yeah. Fuck yeah. But yeah, I find a way to keep busy somehow, some way. If I can. If not, I just fucking. I live very frugally. Very frugally. Make some kites. I remember I made a kite when I was like in the Boy Scouts. It was like you had to make your own kite, and it was like so we had like a kite flying day, and of course the kite flying day came, and there was no fucking wind. No, you can. It was fun though. It was more of the artistic endeavor of making the kite, you know. And yeah, whether or not the kite would even fucking fly, you know. But yeah, man, that moon is coming up, man. What the hell is Gordon? I don't know these people. What who they're at. You know, they live up there in the Great White North, man. They've had a much worse winter than we have. So they're probably struggling with that crappy winter that they're getting. Yeah, I've been watching the weather, and it seems like all the shitty weather is going to the north. Yeah, it's just and we get the winds here, but they're getting the snow up there in the cold weather. Down here, we're just getting the fucking winds. So I'm thinking Gordon and fucking Joe Dirt, and they're having a much harsher winter than I'm having. Good for me. But yeah. On that note, man, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this episode. Fucking appreciate everybody that came by. Appreciate y'all, man. And fuck yeah. Everybody has a great 2026. And we'll see you guys next time.